What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Pioneer Masters draft video here on the channel. We are cruising through. It's Planeswalker week, but it's really Gate week right now. It is 5-color monstrosity, Gate week, pile, shenanigans. And I think that means we're taking Chromanticore. I mean, I don't, like, bestowing this or casting this is not, out of the question here. I've cracked many a courier's briefcase, and you'll certainly see me take at least one in this draft, I assume. I think the only other reasonable option is Ruinous Path as a removal spell, but I just think Chromanticore is too powerful to pass up here as a real, reason to do multicolor stuff. And holy cow, getting past Archangel of Thune? Okay, these don't necessarily go in the same deck. I mean, if we're green-white 5 colors, then they can, but that's about it. But this is one of the best cards in the set, I would think. 5 mana, 3/4 flying, lifelink. Whenever you gain life, you put a counter on each creature you control. This also has lifelink, so that's nice. What else is there in this pack? There's Priest of the Bloodright, I've liked. 5 mana, 2/2 that brings along a 5/5. Got to get rid of the 2/2. You're going to take 2 every turn. Curious Follower is fine. I haven't been crazy impressed with Follower or Voyaging Satyr, Saging Voider, as my co-host called it on our episode this week. Gear per Gear Crafter, Fall the Hammer, bunch of whatever. The one thing that I have in my head, not with a powerful start like this, but Nivik Cyclops just whip around the table, and so I want to start clocking them in packs, in pack 1 at least. And thinking about, well, if I'm seeing those, they're probably going to wheel, and then what does that mean for where I'm going to end up? Here, if actually Zulaport Cutthroat with Archangel is interesting, but I'm just so off of this card that and off of Black-White that I'm not interested in that. I think Outpost Siege is a nice bit of card advantage. Slash, I've definitely picked dragons with it as well. I think I'm just going to take Selesnya Guildgate with how much I would like to be green-white gates with these 2 cards as a start. Gnarlback Rhino is a great card. Essence Scatter, probably the best common, though I'm sort of off of... I don't think Blue Control is very good. Blue, this is a tempo card, could be good. I also think Essence Scatter will get better... the later in the format we get when we're out of Planeswalker week. But I think we just take the Guildgate. Now, it could be too early to take that, as we see the Gate is already gone in this pack because Gateway Plaza is a common. So we might end up fighting someone for this, and I'm not interested in doing that, especially when we've got such a powerful card as Archangel that can carry us. We'll probably take Mistcutter Hydra here. The other option is Skyrider Elf. I guess Cloudfin Raptor as well. And we could just be blue-white flyers, which is a deck I haven't drafted yet, but it is a deck that I have been impressed by. I'm not sure Mistcutter Hydra matters. X and a green, comes in with X counters on it, has haste, has pro blue, can't be countered, but like, I just don't think this matters. I kind of like taking Raptor and seeing if blue-white flyers is open. If there was a gate here, I wouldn't feel like... I feel like the cap might be out of the bag a little bit. The person to our right might be drafting gates. I'm gonna read this signal a bit here and take the Raptor and see what we can't see. The Gate's back in the pack, but so is a Zephyrwinder. 1 on a blue 2/1 when it deals combat damage to a player, untap up to 1 target creature. It's a second Cartel Aristocrat as well. Could think about doing black-white. Maybe I should rekindle my love of black-white. But I think blue-white flyers is a real threat. And it's something the Gates deck has a hard time dealing with if they don't have Gates Ablaze, and targeting that, I think, is a pretty good spot to be in. Could get Gust of Winds on the wheel, or maybe even Swift Reckoning. I'm going to take the Zephyrwinder here. See what we can't see. There's a Ghostblade Eidolon, which I've actually been pretty impressed with. There's Sight Beyond Sight, which is pretty good as some card advantage. And Nimbus Naiad, which I think is good. 3 mana, 2/2 flyer with the bestow nonsense, plus an Izzet Guildgate. I really want to be able to play this Archangel, so I think I'm going to take Ghostblade Eidolon here. Also, double striking flyers is a pretty good way to win a game of Magic. Wow, Oath of Chandra and Thopter Engineer this late is a bit concerning. I mean, not concerning. And if there wasn't Essence Scatter in the pack, I would probably consider it. Also, the fact that that gate was gone, I could be wrong. I'm almost positive that Gateway Plaza is a common and the gates are just in their dedicated gate slot. But if I'm wrong about that, then this whole pivot to blue was a charade. But I think a worthwhile charade at the moment. I think I'll take Scatter. I've also, I've drafted a bunch of gate stacks. If you're consuming content this week, you will have seen a bunch of gates deck. You may not have seen a blue-white Flyers deck, so I think giving that a shot is also worthwhile here. But Oath of Chandra, pick 7, is kind of crazy. But there's a nice Azorius Charm. This is a 2-mana spell. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn, draw a card, or put an attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner's library. Back in the day when you didn't get the choice to top or bottom it, it just goes. Yeah, we're wheeling Sky Knight, we're wheeling Tactician. I really, really like where we're at here. Definitely think Sky Knight's the better option of the two. Hits harder in the air. You basically get to do both things, right? Like Tactician, you're often in this awkward spot where you're like, well, I want to get both sides of this. I want to be able to tap stuff. But without your own heroic things to trigger, I don't think it matters as much. Yeah, red continuing to be open with Fall the Hammer and Gear per Gearcrafter on the wheel. There's Hero of Erois, which I think is good, but we're not really targeting our own stuff. I do think Mizium Skin to protect as perhaps a tempo play could be nice. Wow, we're getting Scatter on the wheel, which I think I will take over the Tactician. I think. If I'm sort of picturing this deck as like, let's get on board and then hold up some counterplay. I just really haven't been impressed by the Tactician. And there's an Artisan of Forms, which we're probably not going to play. We currently only have one way to target our own creatures. I guess 2 if you count the Eidolon. But we'll cut blue with it. And we get Naiad and Sight Beyond Sight. I think Naiad's definitely more what we're in the market for. Just getting on board. And there's a Heliod's Pilgrim if we end up getting some auras. Though, I think this card's best friend is Audacity in white-green. It's kind of a bummer. We've opened a good white removal spell, but it's basically a white-red split card. Can only play it if you've got mountains to enchant. And I don't think I'd splash red for Chain to the Rocks. There's Oath of Gideon, 3 mana, make 2/1/1s. Each Planeswalker enters with an additional loyalty. Nope, not going to take that. I think it's between Reckoning and Essence Scatter. And I guess Evolving Wilds. This might be a spot to just take Evolving Wilds. It's a pretty medium pack. We've been getting late Essence Scatters. Swift Reckoning I could see. But I think no reason to not just take a little bit of fixing to make our mana slightly better. And it's a bummer to not see any goodies in this pack either for us. Can't help but have eyes for the Gatebreaker Ram that could have been. There's a Tidebinder Mage. 2 mana 2/2, taps a red or green creature, locks it down until this leaves. I do think that's what we're going to take. We are looking fairly heavy blue despite the start of Archangel of Thune. But that's at the top of our curve, and white there shouldn't be that big of an issue. Huge mover down is Treasure Cruise for me. We'll play one if we get one, and a second Ghostblade Eidolon. Yeah, whatever. I think the upside on Mage is pretty good. And here, more of the usual suspects. Murmuring Mystic, another card that's kind of tough to make work. Just because we don't have a lot of instants and sorceries, right? We've got Mizium Skin that we may run, the 2 Essence Scatters that we will run. There's Azorius Charm, but not a ton. You want this in a pretty heavy, a dozen instant and sorceries ways to trigger this. Plus Mage for that blue-red deck. I think it's going to be Cloudfin Raptor number 2 for us here. Get on board with these early and then grow them. Seems like a nice plan. Ooh, and here we've got a Dictate of Heliod. That's a nice little meatball. Plus there's Stasis Snare, which I would happily play. And Extricator of Sin could be good here. 3 mana 0/3. Enters, sack a permanent if you do make a 3/2, and then if you have Delirium, this will flip. But yeah, pretty easy Dictate here. Double Anthem for your whole team of flyers seems like a good spot to be in. And there is a Celestial Archon, which I'm much less jazzed about. I think this card is quite clunky. I'm probably just going to take a Consider here. There's a Knightly Valor to go with our Heliod's Pilgrim. This is just not a card that I'm that worried about being able to cast, and I think Consider seems totally fine. Just dig towards our good cards, get our Archangel or a Dictate, or find some lands, whatever. I do think that's better than taking Sight Beyond Sight. Now we've got a real option here between Triplicate Spirits. And I do think the choice will be ThunderCLAP Wyvern, another Anthem for our flyers, better than taking 3 1/1 flyers. Though Triplicate Spirits plays well with Dictate, but I think everything in our deck is going to play well with Dictate. And Wyvern is really nice. How many creatures with flyer do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the moment. And certainly more to come. So yeah, we'll take the Wyvern here. And Essence Scatter number 3. Crazy to see Blood Tithe Harvester pick 7, but we will take another Scatter. There's a Crop Skirmisher and another Celestial Archon. Skirmisher seems fine. Could maybe bin it with a Consider. Grows the Raptors. I probably hope to not play this, but take it for now. People just hate Essence Scatter. Maybe I should hate Essence Scatter if it's going around this late. Chain to the Rocks as well, but I don't know if we're going to play all 4 of these. I think we probably will end up playing a Cruise, and I think that's about where you want to pick it up. Like, it's not a card that I think matters a ton. Probably won't play Museum Skin at the moment. More Raptors, I say. And maybe like an Azorius Guildgate or another Evolving Wilds, though Guildgate I think would be nicer. Yeesh! Yeah, I'm gonna take this. I don't know, this might be terrible. Maybe the cards that matter in the format aren't creatures. There's Swift Reckoning as well. We won't have any targets for it, they'll all be dead. Celestial Archon on the wheel. We have a 2-pack deck. So very funny that Fog exists in the format, I guess as a way to, air quotes, protect Planeswalkers. Okay, that's a blue and white Planeswalker. Let's see if it's any good. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a non-creature, non-land card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand this turn, it gains Rebound. You get an emblem with your opponent can't cast non-creature spells. No, that card is terrible. So our choices are between quite a few. Triplicate Spirits, Steward of Solidarity, Cloudfin Raptor, and Syndicate Messenger. And I guess Nimbus Naiad. I'm inclined to take Triplicate Spirits now because we have the Wyvern and the Dictate. But I wonder if Cloudfin Raptor this early is a better option just because I think that's more what our deck wants to do. I just think Triplicate Spirits is awkward. I don't know. Maybe it wheels. Comes back around. Ooh, this has to be good, right? 4 mana, 3/3 Flying Prowess. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, tap a creature and stun it. Versus Nimbus Naiad and Messenger. Yeah, we're going to take Niblis here. That's nice to see. Another Narset. Shocking that it doesn't want to get picked up here. That's a bummer. To open it, to get past it, and you're in the color pair and be like, I don't know if I want this card. Take another Azorius Charm. Seems fine. Bit more tricksy of a blue-white deck than I was expecting. And here we've got Windrider Patrol versus Nimbus Naiad. I think this is another whatever card. Like we've already got the Celestial Archon. I really don't like Compulsory Rest, though perhaps I should. I guess it's an aura that Pilgrim can go find. If we had a second Wyvern, I'd just be snapping up the Naiads, and maybe I still should be. We really need to get our creature count a little higher for these Raptors, I think, so probably just take Naiad here over the rest. Etherling? For me? And there's Sage's Reverie as well. Not that that's a good card for us. but it is a card. Yeah, 6 mana, 4/5. Really hard to interact with. You can exile it. Can't be blocked. +1/+1, -1/-1, or +1/-1, or -1/+1. It's a little incongruous with the Cloudfin Raptor plan, but nevertheless, we will take it. I'm going to take a 4th Raptor here and be pretty happy that I took the 3rd one. And we'll definitely be shaving on Essence Scatters. Like, I just want to be able to trigger these Raptors as reliably as possible. We'll probably take Sajiri Shelter. We're in no danger of not making playables. And I don't like another Ghostblade Eidolon just because it's unlikely to trigger the Raptors. Do I want to? Yeah, Sajiri Shelter seems like a good pickup here. And a Sky Knight is perfect. That's really the kind of card that we want to grow the Raptors. Take another Naiad. That seems like a good pick. And now we've got Messenger. I really don't want to play Messenger. I think Naiad is still better than Messenger, despite it has 3 toughness to theoretically grow the Raptors, but don't think it's what we want to do. I actually think I'm going to cut the Eidolon and probably cut Celestial Archon and maybe consider. Might cut Cruise, but I should probably just cut like a Scatter or 2. Cut a Naiad. It's still 16 creatures. So we might get like 1 more Tawcrop Skirmisher. It's not like I have anything that grows these Raptors nicely otherwise. And Niblis of the Frost. Cruises, perhaps. I mean, this is 23 if we count Sajiri Shelter as a land, which I think we should. So probably just run it like that. Might tweak. As things come up, I think we can cut a couple planes there, even though, yeah, we've got double white, but it's at the top of the curve. It's only 2 cards. I'm unclear if we should actually be playing Treasure Cruise or not. It's possible that just like Scatter or another creature is just better. I feel like if there's a game where casting Treasure Cruise, like something is wrong. And maybe we just want Consider instead. It's a cheap way to trigger Niblis and just like good. Plays well with Essence Scatter in terms of passing with our mana up. I'm going to try that. And let's see if there are spots where Consider is better than Treasure Cruise, or if Treasure Cruise would be better. All right, to the skies we go. I'll keep this. And opponent is on the aggro plan. We'll see if we can mess with them at all. McKindy Slide Runner. Well, we'll be scattering whatever their turn 2 play is, or turn 3 play is, rather. And then probably detain the Slide Runner. Probably pass with Wyvern up. Oh, interesting. So aggressive, and then a District Guide. And then a slash, okay. Yep, I mean, just gotta flash in the Wyvern and hope it gets to eat District Guide. So I play something hasty, I suppose. Yep. Well, they've got something. Let's see what it is. It's a Rimrock Knight. Well, we weren't beating that anyway. Unfortunate. And now I don't think we have a hope, because this is too slow. Yeah, they attack all. Take 7 or 8, I guess, if they play the slide, if they play a land. But if they don't play a land, that means they have all gas in hand. Yeah, so I have to chump at this point. Yeah, that's game. Alrighty, opponent goes first. Got a nice curve here. Raptor into Winder, into use Azorius Charm in some way into Wyvern. Some Mardu, okay. Play Winder. Send. No blocks. Raptor's dead, alright. Probably top the Spirit here. Could block, I guess. I don't know what sort of trick they might have fired off there, but Halo Scarab and a Baleful Eidolon. Yeah, this is all good. Attack. Untap. Might have been worth... No, doesn't matter. I was going to say, it might have been worth not dealing an additional damage and being able to hold up Scatter, but seems like their big bada boom play with Snare, and this is sort of the danger of playing 4 Raptors, I guess. No, that's not happening. Really need something to matter here. Naiad. Yeah, alright. It's actually really good because it helps us race. Because we can hold off the Halo Scarab. Do they really want this treasure? I'm confused. Maybe they do. Really want the treasure. Assemble the Legion. Alright, that ain't it. Oh. Yeah. Detained. Assemble the Legion is a very powerful card. This basically makes a 1/1 the first turn, then 2 1/1s the next turn, then 3, then 4, etc. You can't win here, right? I block. You go to 5. Yeah. Die in the air. Okay. All right, we will keep. This is interesting. I guess it's not. Well, is it interesting? I guess we're playing Raptor on 1 no matter what. When we play this Sajiri Shelter is really the interesting question. I guess it's... Let's see. Thank goodness. Yeah, now we can shelter Skirmisher. Send. And I guess I have no idea how. I guess Wyvern isn't going to interact. Happy this is considered a not treasure cruise at the moment. Devour flesh, sure. Yeah, really embarrassing Devour flesh there. Okay, so it didn't interact in any way. Yeah, now we're just gonna rest on our essence scatter laurels. I guess bin? Yeah, alright. It's looking pretty good here, I'd say. It's looking pretty good here, I'd say. Mardu Gates. I mean, they really just look like they're... black-white, I guess. Could be black-red, splashing white. Palaka Predation with Lamau. All right, we go first. That's a keep. Drawing a 2-drop would be nice. I would accept drawing a second Raptor. I did say that. I did say that I would. Yeah. This is a good curve, especially if they're on gates and don't have gates ablaze. This is the kind of curve that gets them, as the kids say. I don't know if the kids are saying that necessarily. Yeah, I think we'll just play Naiad here. If this is scatter, good for you. It is. All right. It's okay. Wyvern's gonna do the work doubly next turn. It'll grow them and pump them. So all will be the same here. District Guide. Not that that really matters. So Gates Ablaze is scary here, but I think we just have to go about our business. Yeah. Nice. Boom. Got him. All right, there's the Archangel. And we'll keep this. Experiment 1. That'll be a nice card to reset, potentially. Both cards from Gatecrash. Back in action. Compulsory Rest. Wow. Okay. Probably just firing off Charm here. Well, I suppose it'll depend on what they find here. Another Compulsory Rest. Huh, okay. I do think We want to fire that off. We probably just want a Naiad here because it blocks. It's annoying that we will want to draw another land. But also pretty nice that Archangel interacts quite favorably with the compulsory rest. All right, well, we have drawn that. So I'll attack. And I'll detain the experiment one. Land number 4. Attack for 1, no blocks. There's Gnarlback. And there it is. We're all dangled here. So if their only answer is compulsory rest, then we're okay. If they have a fight spell with Gnarlback, or certainly if it's a bite spell, like if they have Clear Shot, it's a real problem. Okay, they're just going for pumps and draws. Oh, okay. This is okay. We take a lot here, but we gain 2. Ooh, having scatter. So let's sack this. We gain 2. Grow the team. I don't think this sees that happen. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter because it's not lethal anyway. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we just attack both. Yes, they get to rebound on the rhinos. That's 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. If they have a big creature, we have Essence Scatter. If they have another pump spell, we can sack the angel. Okay, go to 2. Colony Ambush. That is annoying. Okay. Wow. Yep. All right. Cloudfin Raptor, ain't it? So can play Raptor, gain 2, and chump the Rhino. Ugh, more targeting. All right, you got it. Gnarlback Rhino, too good. But also, I don't have much onboard removal. Alrighty, we're going to be playing a bit of a different game with this hand, much more controlling. So we'll lead on Shelter. Tidebinder Mage will be live against Plains Mountain. Okay. Legionnaire. Charm is nice here too. See what they have. If they have a creature, we can counter it. If they have nothing, it'll be awkward. Yeah, we'll just scatter this. Go ahead and find an island here so that then I have the opportunity next turn to play the mage and hold up interaction. Pass. Just take 2 again. Oh. Okay, I guess we'll let them scry first. And then bottom this, which fizzles the Artful maneuver as well. Really nice to see that. Here, we probably Raptor. We just Raptor, and my guess is we don't scatter the Legionnaire. Is that true? No, we probably should scatter the Legionnaire. It is a problem. Just thinking if we don't draw something to play this turn. But we do. Certainly would like to hold the mage in case there's a target. Rogue's Passage. Alright. Well, let's dangle it. Not going to wait for land number 7. Sure, they could have Stasis Snare, basically. Tactician, tap 2. Okay. Lab Champion. Huh. Probably just want to tap that down. And then send, give it +1, -1, +1, -1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yep. Untap. Nice. I don't think I can keep this hand. I have to draw 2 white sources pretty quickly to make it functional. Now, if we do, this hand is great, but I think we send it back. And I think we keep this and get rid of Aetherling. This seems pretty clear. We've got white for the Archangel, scatter into Naiad, and hope. Though the one game we did find Archangel, it didn't do very much for us. Philology Archaeologist. Not a great... Oof, man, when that misses, it is abysmal. It's really abysmal. Counter that. We'll lead on Sky Knight. Kiora. What does that do? Prevent all damage dealt 2 and dealt by a permanent. Yeah, that's scary. Island? Plains is not ideal. This emblem is a lot. Get a 9/9 every turn. Not that my flyers can't beat it, but... Okay, another Archaeologist. This is basically where... Wow, another miss. It's basically where I like the Archaeologist the best is when you have a good Planeswalker to dig towards, because then it also protects it on the ground. Okay, you're late. Attack Kiora. Play Archangel. Really gonna warp the game around it. So if they have like removal plus lock down the Sky Knight, you know, we're still struggling to deal with Kiora. And even if Kiora was just like gain 20 life, still not a bad card. Because, right, it's gaining the 3, plus I'm, like, it's already gained them 8. Locked the Sky Knight down twice. It looks like they are saying goodbye to Kiora. Found a removal spell for Archangel. They did. And you got your additional land or no? No blocks. Okay. Oh, Scatter is a nice one. I think I'm going to keep this up. This is a little spewy, but like this is also a turn for them to land a crucial threat. Now it could be a Planeswalker, but like this, them being able to possess Skaab back, possessed Skaab back something else, you know, that's not what I'm about. ThunderCLAP Skirmisher I don't care about. Yeah, I mean, I don't anticipate you having a sweeper, so let's just go for it. I'm not sure what the sweepers are. Like, is there a Toxic Deluge? Nice. Alrighty, we go first. We've got a curve. We've got threats. Let's see if we can make it happen. Ooh. Forgot about you. Quicken, huh? There's, what's it? Days Undoing is in the format. There we go. Dictate is nice. You have Essence Scatter? You do. A bit of a bummer. Hopefully we can draw something to do here, and then Dictate on 5 is really nice. I guess I'll consider. Yeah, Sky Knight's good. So will Sky Knight lock down the 1/1? Send? I guess sending the Skirmisher when we have Dictate is kind of bad. Please tap out. Gust of Wind. It's rude. All right, Raptor. Okay. And Skirmisher. No attacks. I could have dictated there, but I think setting up the board before dictating is better. Like if they don't have Scatter there, we get to go Raptor. Does this ever hit? Jesse and Thief. Okay. So I feel like we're sending both. Do I care about them drawing cards? No, I just want them to be dead. I guess just attacking with this makes sense. Because, like, they just block with Archaeologist. We kill that, but that doesn't really matter. And, like, sure, now you can bounce this, whatever, but... Scry... Scry top, huh? There's Zephyrwinder. That is just about the most perfect draw. I think we want to lock down the Thief at this point. Block. Okay. What's all this then? Wild Slash? Oh, nothing. You just... Oh, no, you do have Wild Slash. Okay. Yep. Okay. That's a good draw. Dictate is pretty good. Pretty good. One mana, 2/3s. Yeah, making top decking Cloudfin Raptor look a lot more appealing. This run has gone so fast. This is for the trophy. Our opponent has mulliganed. I kind of want to mulligan too. Like, if we... It's hard because I basically have to draw land, which makes the Raptors bad, and then Scatter has to line up well, and then Niblis. I think this hand is bad. Sure. This hand is also bad, but it's way more functional. Keep and get rid of the plains. Okay. Red-green. Tidebinder Mage, eat your heart out. Azorius Charm. Also, consider better than Treasure Cruise every time so far in this deck, so that's felt good. So reactive. I think I'd prefer something to do this turn. Yeah, or next turn. Beautiful. Do this, play Raptor. Let's go. District Guide. Okay. I think we'll want to save Tidebinder Mage. Though, the curve of Mage, Sky Knight, Bestow is pretty appealing. Alright, let's do that. Lock you down. Send. Just worried about them playing the Rhino. But we'll see. Oh, something's getting fought here. Savagely Punched. Hero of Erois plus Alpha Authority. Okay. That's all good. I can't target that, though. So should I just play Zephyrwinder instead? Probably. Grows the Raptor just the same. Hexproof is dumb. Hopefully they don't have a... What's it called? Can't think of it. Armadillo Cloak is what I want to call it. The 1 green white +2/+2 lifelink trample. District Guide number 2. I don't care about that. I don't think. Oh my. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna go Naiad U. Send. Untap. And then we win with Wyvern next turn. Okay, they clearly have something if I were to block, so I won't. Nessie and Asp has reach. Okay, I will detain it. Oh, and win because of Evolve. Heck yes. Yo, the skies! I didn't even think that deck was doing very well, and then all of a sudden we were 6-2, and now we're 7-2, and it's a trophy. Interesting. Yeah, definitely hadn't played that deck before, but I have lost, like, doing a lot of the slow stuff, I have lost to this kind of deck plenty, and just, like, know that Lee of Sky Knight is a house. The Scatters played well. The Azorius Charms were... Actually, the Azorius Charms were pretty good. We got people a couple times with their tricks. Tidebinder Mage had some targets. Archangel basically did nothing. Etherling won us a game, but it was really off the back of... That's why I was aware. I was like, this doesn't really fit in the deck. Like, if we're trying to do Raptors low to the ground stuff, this doesn't really fit. So that's that. But yeah, nice to see. And if you made it all the way to the end, give me a caw in the comments below for our flying birds, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content.